Realized right away that he had a presence.
His presence is really felt throughout the state.
You instantly connect with and instantly joy. It feels like you're old friends from the minute you meet him.
We're talking about Dajuan Eubanks today, and just a great, great man. I had the privilege of meeting Dajuan when he first came to Portland, and have worked with him over the years on several things, and he is just absolutely wonderful. Just a deserving, very deserving recipient of this great award.
And I had conversations with the owner at the time about my services, and also with an employee that worked for him. And both of them led me to meeting Dajuan.
I can't imagine a person more deserving of this prestigious award than Dajuan, both for everything he's accomplished and he's done, but more importantly, simply for who he is as a human being.
It starts first with his 3 daughters, and for them being their best. And he's always had that. And then it carried over to his employees.
And Dajuan has just been such a great leader and a teacher and a friend. And I'm just so thrilled that we're able to recognize him in this way.
Just by knowing him, we become better people.
One particular instance that really stands out for me with Dajuan is a time that I asked him if he would speak at a JMG event. And there was a student that was particularly interested in sports management, but also was dealing with some tough family things. And so Dajuan graciously came to the school, spoke to the class there, but took in about an hour or so with this particular student to have a one-on-one time with him. And that was one example of just what a great man he is, and that he would take his time to go from Portland to Bath to spend with this particular student who was in need, and really they connected, and it was just a wonderful experience.
You know, if I had to pick 2 words to describe Dajuan, I'd say authenticity and humility. You know, when Dajuan speaks to you, he always speaks from the heart. There's never an agenda, there's never a filter. You know, it instantly creates this deep connection, this deep trust, these great conversations, which leads to better decisions and better outcomes. So valuable, whether it's in business or in life.
His deep drive in developing his staff.
He gave Maine this beautiful new way of connecting as a community, a new way to come together and unify behind this incredible team of which we're all so proud to call it our own.
But Dajuan is just somebody that gives and gives and gives, and the integrity of this man is just incredible, and a role model really for all of us to emulate.
Well, one of the things I value about Dajuan is that, you know, even in the boardroom where we often wrestle some really complicated questions and issues, he has a real unique ability to kind of bring things down to their foundation of what really matters, what's important, and then to filter them through some kind of grounding values for all of us.
Dajuan really is somebody who gives back in a lot of ways. He's a great dad, he's a great coach, and he's a great leader.
A lot of people look at Dajuan and they see someone that is African American and is 6'8", know that he played professional basketball. And so they assume that he is the president of the Maine Celtics because of his basketball background. He's president because of what he brings to the table and his history and his journey.
And he's been open and he's been honest. I'm just so grateful that he shares his story over and over again, and that he really is a voice, a powerful voice, a big presence, both in our hearts and his physical presence, but truly his heart is so, so big. And the way that he gives back is just tremendous.
And when it comes to humility, you know, I'll share a quick story. Back in the spring, I invited Dajuan to come in and speak to my colleagues. And as you can imagine, being a bank director in a bank's a pretty exalted position. But Dajuan turned it on its head. You know, he spent most of his time sharing with our team how proud he was to become a member of our team, how proud he was to be associated with the work that my colleagues were doing, and how excited he was to support it. He elevated everybody in the room that day. And that's really the gift that Dajuan brings with him everywhere he goes.
And thank you so much. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for all you do in the community. Thank you for your integrity, your grace. You are a wonderful person. Congratulations on this award. Thank you so much for all you do.
Dajuan, it's a privilege to call you as a friend. Thank you so much for all you have done and continue to do for the great state of Maine, and congratulations on this award.
And that I'm truly looking forward to the work that he's going to be doing for the next 20 years or so in the Maine area.